Lahontan Gold is a junior gold and silver mining exploration company with projects in Nevada. And with me is the founder and CEO, Kimberly, and to bring us up to date on the company. I mean, the last time we spoke, you were kind of give us an overview of what you're doing. So what's an update? What you been up to?
Yeah, so we were here 4 weeks ago, and we've accomplished a lot in the last 4 weeks. We have been drilling. We're going to be putting out news flow on that in about 2 more weeks. But we acquired a new asset. It's called West Santa Fe. We're very excited about this. It's a very low-cost project we're getting, and it will add probably plus million ounces of oxide to the story once we can prove this out. So the goal for this year is to go after that once we're done with our drill program at our Santa Fe flagship asset. Okay,
so rapid growth, it sounds like.
Yes.
You're really taking it. What's your outlook for the rest of this year and beyond?
Yeah, that's a good question. So this year we have a very aggressive approach on the ground between our Santa Fe project, putting out the information from the 11,000 meters of drilling. We're going to send the rig over to West Santa Fe to start telling that part of the story. And then in Q4 we'll be updating our resource numbers, putting out a report telling the world what we've actually accomplished during that time. A lot of junior mining companies do a lot of drilling, but then they don't put out the information that gives you, like, well, what did you actually do? So we believe that these benchmarks for ourselves and for our shareholders is really important. So by Q4 we'll be doing that, and really our goal is to fast track this project back into production as quick as possible.
Okay, so it sounds like you're kind of setting the stage.
We are setting
that
the stage.
Production decision.
And we also just put out information about 6 weeks ago that we've started our plan of operation, which is a baseline studies that you do. It takes about 14 to 16 months. And this study is a significant study because it helps you be prepared for going into production in the future when you make that decision. We have not made that decision yet, but it is part of the, the business model for us. So this means in spring and in fall, you have to do all these studies for raptors and just environmental stuff that you need to make sure you're not making a bad impact on where you're mining. So in a year from now, we'll have that study done, and hopefully we'll have enough drilling done to be making an educated decision on going back into production. So it's a really important study for us.
So what would be your long-term goals, would you say, for the company?
My long-term goals is to make sure that our shareholders make a lot of money off this project, that they get consistent news flow so they always understand what we're doing in the world of marketing and on the ground. We try to have massive access for our shareholders to know all the time where we are, what we're doing, and what we want to achieve for them.
Now, we talked last time about all the different uses of metals. I mean, I don't think people even remotely appreciate the electronics and renewables, electric vehicles, things like that. I mean, talk a little bit about that demand and your outlook for gold and silver going forward.
That's a really great question, because specifically gold right now is, people don't think of it as a critical metal, but it is in your iPhone, just to be clear. But right now the feds are gobbling up physical gold. So as I like to say, I'm not going to tell you that I know more than the feds. I'm pretty sure they know more than both of us together. If you're not buying gold yourself or investing in gold in your portfolio, then I think that's not a smart move. But more importantly, we need on the ground companies like myself pushing projects forward as quick as possible, because whether it's gold, silver, lithium, you name the metal, we need more of all of it for this net zero 2050 that the world is telling us we need to have. We have all these beautiful rural areas that are going to have problems with electrical cars. We have to really step up and address all these issues. And mining is the inconvenient truth that we have to wrap our heads around and go, it's not really that bad. It's very important for the world.
Yeah, no, it feels like we're kind of rushing toward this electric vehicle, but we don't have the infrastructure and the resources yet in place for it. So I guess that's where you come in.
I live in California, and you hear all the time, oh, it's going to be a hot day. We're going to turn off the power for 4 hours. The grid can't handle it. And you're going, that does not connect when you're talking about we're going to have a net zero world in 2050. Like, that just, hello, we need infrastructure. So we've got a lot of problems to address for the world, and this is a big one.
Well, Kimberly, thank you so much for coming back and explaining it. Look forward to you coming the next time.